first thing I'm going to do is cut down my strip of plywood into sections big enough for each petal. So I set up a stop block that you can see over on the right side of the saw blade, and that way I don't have to measure. I just know that it's wide enough to contain the petal shape. So I'm going to cut each petal out of each one of these little sections. So I'm cutting 7 of them. So I speed this up for you. Okay, after those 7 pieces are cut, I am spraying the back of the pattern or template and attaching it to each piece of plywood. And it's using the repositionable adhesive, spray adhesive. And then I just cut right through the paper and the wood with my scroll saw. Now I'm taking my time with this because I don't use the scroll saw very often. I think if I used it more often and got more practice with it, I'd be a little better. My edges are a little rough, but it makes the petals look a little organic. And that's what real flower petals are. They're not perfect, they're nature, so same with my petals. They look a little rough on the edges, but I'll sand them too to make them look a little smoother. So let me speed this up for you. Okay, then I cut out 6 more of these petals, and like I said, I sand the edges a little bit just to get the fibers off the edges and make them easier to paint. And then I painted them, and this acrylic paint, craft paint, it dries pretty quickly. So that doesn't take long at all. Just make sure that you get the edges too. Don't forget to paint the center round piece for each flower. I painted mine with a contrasting color. Okay, after the pieces have dried, it's time to glue the centerpiece onto the petals. And I just put them in, into the shape of a flower, put some wood glue on the back of the centerpiece, and set it down on there, push it, and let it dry. Well, that's going to take a couple hours for the wood glue to be good and secure before you can actually lift this off the table and flip it over. But once it's dry, you can flip it over, attach the other unpainted round circle piece, and then that way it's thick enough so that the staple doesn't go the whole way through the front. And there you have it.